Welcome back to another podcast, but this one's a little bit different. It's a little bit special because we have one of the guests that you've been asking for and I've been wanting to interview for so long. The man who literally tortured me in London. It is Johnny the Ride-Up. Hello, Johnny.
Hello, Dave. It was my honor to torture you up there in Wonderland.
Oh, mate. I still have nightmares, Johnny, about that day.
It's the best video that has ever been created on YouTube. So
that means
good
so
job
much
on that.
A lot of people try to emulate that video, but I still think the original is the best. Isn't that right?
It is, absolutely. Still my favorite video of all times on YouTube.
Have you ever seen a grown man that scared in your life doing this job?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I have. I really did.
You're quite good at making people cry, aren't you?
I give my best, with the experience you go off, that's an experience for your lifetime,
Absolutely. And you can see the enjoyment in your face. You're sat safely on the ground, everything at the tip of your fingers. You have people's life literally in your fingertips.
That's why I love this job so much. I'm safe and warm and comfortable, and the others are having the horror of their lifetime, which is great, which is really great.
And they've paid for it as well.
Yeah, totally.
So, Johnny, should we start there? Should we talk about my experience with The Hangover and the day that we didn't actually meet, did we? But we got to know each other, didn't we?
Well, I remembered your face since you looked into my eyes hanging 3 meters above the ground. I would not ever forget that.
So I want to talk about The Hangover in general. So let's talk about my experience. So I'm not a fan of drop towers, Johnny. I've never have been. It's not the height so much, saying that it is bloody high, isn't it? It's the tallest ride in the country at the time when it's over.
It is actually. The tallest transportable. That's very important.
Well, it's bigger than the big one at Blackpool, which is the largest roller coaster in the country, just over 200 feet. So it's actually bigger than that, which is incredible.
It's mentally higher.
I have a huge fear of drop towers anyway. But Simon drags me on because he knows it makes good television. So I can't get out of it. So once I psych myself up, I get over the fear. I walk up the steps, and I still remember you had to call me onto the platform. Do you remember, Johnny? Because I was kind of hovering around the entrance gate, and you were like, "Don't be shy, come on in."
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I was like, I nearly backed out. I was like, "Am I really doing this? Am I really doing this?" And you were like, "Come on, gentlemen."
Don't be shy. It's gonna get good. Yeah.
And then we were stood at the bottom of it watching it, and all I could hear is you just tormenting those poor people. When the psychological aspect of it that you bring to the ride, it just doubles the fear factor, and it's brilliant, Johnny. It's absolutely amazing what you do to people. And so, did you have any psychological training, or how do you know what to say? You're so good at it; it just flows naturally.
Yeah, the thing is, I studied etology, canine etology. So basically, it's just analysis of the behavior of animals, which translates one-to-one to humans as well. So if you know where the trigger points of just one person are, you pick on that and you get the others too. It's just in their movement, it's in the face, in the looks. I just actually observe people while they are standing on the stage, which makes it absolutely easy for me to see if they are afraid of the height, if they're just putting on a show, and I will just point you out on that one and you're mine, because there's always somebody giving me feedback on that. When I sit in there, look at the people, and I say, I can see the fear in your eyes. I actually look at one person, but if a person next to that one reacts on that, I'm going over to that one. And then there's my first victim, and the first victim will take all the others with it. It's just simple. It's just simple human behavior.
Well, it's incredible, and this is why you stand out so much in the community. As you're well known as the world's best ride-up, aren't you? And that's why because you are brilliant. You're absolutely brilliant at shitting people up, and you shit me up so much. And I don't know, it's everything's up to you. How long you leave people up there? I know it's busy. Obviously, you can't really do it, but on a quiet day, it's completely up to you. You haven't got a restriction on time. You can literally leave people up there as long as you want. Is that right?
I can actually, and I did. The longest waiting time up there was 10 minutes and 38 seconds,
And,
where I just didn't press any buttons. I was just too busy talking to the people on the stage. And it's really massive. And it's what you said as well, because I saw the video of 2018 where you were on Hangover, and it was completely different. So that's what my success actually was when I saw how it was in 2018 and when you were here in 2019. It's a big difference. It's a really big difference. And knowing that I made that difference, it's absolutely hilarious, you know. But I can leave people hanging up on 40 meters or 85 as long as I want. And as you said, during busy times, depending on the waiting queue length, it's just going up, not even stopping at the top, and dropping directly when it can. So yeah, and don't do the ride in the evening busy times. It's just not worth it. Really, it's not.
I'm not sure I want to come back now, Johnny. You just you said you can leave people up there as long as you want, because I know you're going to be leaving me up there a long time, aren't you?
I will actually. Yes, absolutely. I will make you enjoy the view as much as I can, you know.
I had my eyes shut last time. I didn't see the view.
You did. You opened them from time to time just to go again. Oh, fuck. That was just so brilliant. I really, really enjoyed the video, and I watched it every single day.
I didn't mean those horrible things I said about you. It was the nerves talking.
That's absolutely fine. You know, so many people go through that, and so many people contacted me in one or another way and said, "You, sir, are a fucktard. You are a bastard. May you roast in hell for what you did to me." But it was great. So in the end, everybody enjoys it.
It was an experience, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that gets me onto the 2018 video, because Simon was telling me, you've done it once, you conquered your fear, you can do it again. And I thought the same. I was like, right, it's not going to be as bad. I know what to expect. But you weren't there in 2018. You made it so much worse. Like, if you watch the videos, I wasn't nowhere near as bad the first time around, was I? No,
not at all. You were just scared in a very normal way that people that are afraid of heights are scared. But seeing that I can just pick on your fear and alter it so many levels higher is just brilliant.
You're a nasty man, Johnny.
I am. I stand to that.
But you're not.
I'm
you're
one
so
of the
lovely in real life.
nicest guys. You know, I'm one of the nicest guys, but I'm the worst you could ever encounter if I'm on a write-ups panel.
So you picked me out that day, didn't you? You saw me hovering on the platform, and you knew I didn't want to do it.
You had a camera in your hands, and you seemed to be shy. Perfect victim.
I'm very shy, Johnny. Me. Very shy.
Yeah, I mean, it was in all your body language when you came up to the stage of the tower. I could easily tell that you were absolutely not happy to do it, and I knew this had to do with fear of heights, you know. But to alter this to a fear, or transform it into a real thrill combined to the fear, because I just made you feel completely helpless. And when you experience that, when you soak this one up, and I get you on that, you're basically mine. I can do with you whatever I want.
You're a victim.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It's weird knowing that you're the only person in the world knowing when we're going to drop, and it's like it's out of your control, isn't it? When you're up there. But it's so calm up there and peaceful. It's a really weird feeling, isn't it? I mean, you rode it with Daz, didn't you? So it's like a completely different world up there. It's so quiet, and all you can hear is you bloody torturing us from the bottom. And fan.
Absolutely fantastic. I did the ride once with Daz, and after that, every single day because I started to love it. And it was a good way for me to check if everything sounds as it should.
Yeah.
That was really helping me out to determine if the tower is really fine or not. So
I think at one point I told you to shut the fuck up, didn't I, Johnny?
you did. You did. I mean, one was, oh my God, can you just drop us, man? Yes, I could. Actually, I could. And I always say, out of all the billions of people living on this planet, it had to be me who decides when it's gonna happen or not. And let me tell you, you have no worse choice than that. And that's especially what I want. People have to fear me, not the tower. And it's easy to achieve that. Absolutely easy. Even more
100%.
with the videos you put on. With every YouTube video about Hangover where people are shitting themselves because of Johnny the ride up, it already influences people, even
Yep.
if they haven't even been there. So the people that are coming next year for the first time of their lives will be so thrilled because they know what's about to happen, like the frame in which it is going to happen. But
Yep.
still, the excitement will already start before they even are on the stage.
You'll get so many people coming up to you and asking for photos. You're like a little celeb now, Johnny. You are the celeb, aren't you? Did you read the comments? All the comments was just Johnny's the best rider in the world. Johnny the legend. It's just flooded with comments all about you.
I read that. I was really touched, I have to say. That was the first time in my whole life where I got feedback outside of the ride times, actually, where I got something back. Actually, it was really getting to my heart. I really had tears in my eyes because I just saw people enjoyed it. And the thing is, I say a good ride operator is a person who can make it about the guests and not about himself, in terms of, if I manage to create an experience for that person that a person is going to
Absolutely.
take home and remember for a long time, then I have achieved a goal. And that is that is what I want, my aim, my goal, to have every single one of you to have an experience. And reading the comments like Johnny the Legend and whatever, that was really touching. And as Winter Wonderland went on day by day, more and more people started actually waiting for me to go on pause just to talk to me.
That's amazing. That really is.
It was. I was really touched seeing that I somehow created a fan base.
Yeah,
That
you are a cult. You're a cult hero.
Yeah, I think it's strange because I come from a very small country, Switzerland. I mean, if you get if you get a round of applause once a day, that's about it. And I can live with that, no problem. Because whenever I have an action ride and I see people like, oh my God, I'm glad I'm out, then I did it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Hangover just altered this experience to a level that I have never ever figured it could happen. Really not.
So, did they obviously I remember you saying they picked you because of your perfect English, didn't they, to come over to work in London? Were they aware of your skills as an operator, your microphone skills? Because that is the thing. I mean, anyone could probably press a few buttons, but you need to have that knack of shitting people up, shall I say? And you've got it.
Actually, I wish it would have been because of that. It was not at all. I have been picked because I was the only one actually applying for the job.
Oh wow,
So when I found out that Hangover would be in Winter Wonderland in 2019, I was working on the Calypso carousel
that's like a
right next to it.
breakdance, isn't it? Like a
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's a breakdown from the 60s, actually, that has the rotating stage, it has the rotating
that's right.
crosses, but the gondolas themselves, they don't
I
move.
think we have one in the UK. I think it's on.
Yes, you do.
We do, don't we? Is it only one? I think it's in the process of being actually revamped. But I've
Yeah,
never seen it. But I know what it is, and it looks awesome.
it is an absolutely beautiful ride, and it's still mostly original. So the owners are so putting so much work in it to just keep it up to a level because it needs so much work. It's
Yeah.
basically made all out of wood.
Yeah.
I
Oh
would say
wow. Yeah.
60% is wood on that attraction, and it's just so much work every year to have it shine like it was new, and they really do that. And we were standing next to Hangover the Tower, and the manager of the ride I was working on told me that in the Showman magazine of Germany, Evold Schneider put in a job description, and he was looking for a write up. And then I just went over and said, "Hey, I need to talk to you because I want this job."
Yeah.
And then the only question was, "Do you speak English?" Yes, fluently, no problem for me. And then he just explained, "I will pay you this, I will pay you that. You will live there, you will have that, you will get this money for eating. So I will just book you a flight, and then we will see us in London." That's
Oh,
it.
brilliant.
That was the whole applicant's process, actually.
And can we talk about your living situation in London? I've heard you mention it before. I just wondered if you could just talk to the people about what you went through in London, because it wasn't nice, was it? It wasn't good for you, your health, mental health. If you don't mind, is that all right?
Yeah, sure. When I arrived in London, I was brought to the apartment by one of the workers. The apartment that all the workers, besides Mr. Schneider himself, who was living in a container behind the tower, I was brought to that apartment where everybody lived, and they opened the door, and you could basically not see anything because everything was full of smoke.
Oh, that's
And
horrible.
as a non-smoker, it that's just disgusting, I have to say, because it's not only you can't see anything, the smell is absolutely terrible, and they were even smoking in the bedroom. So I just stood there with my luggage actually in my hands, and I was saying, "I'm not going in there, no fucking way." And then
No.
I went over to the fairground and talked to Evold Schneider about this. Like, "Hey, sorry, man, but I'm not at all gonna live there." It was a mess as well. There was trash lying all over the floor, and it was just disgusting. I have to say, disgusting.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Well, the only alternative that I could give you is the container that we use for the staff to make their paws in. There's a kitchen, and there's also a small room with a bed." And it just meant for me that my life happened on like 6 to 7 square meters when Winter Wonderland closed. And to me, it was really awful because at 10 p.m. you close down the ride, you move up the gondola like 5 meters so nobody can touch it during the night, and then you just vanish the behind the tower in that box. You can't get out, you can't do anything, and if park security actually found you, they would just throw you out of the venue, and
So
that's
you're actually like a prisoner from 10 p.m. till whatever time it opens in the morning.
absolutely, yeah.
You're a prisoner in that tiny little box. I mean, how did you keep your spirits up to do such a good job day after day on that ride? I mean, how did that not get you down? How did you have so much energy, and you were in such a good mood all the time? It's amazing to think living like that for, what was it, nearly 2 months, Winter Wonderland, a month and a half. It's on for a long
One and a
time, isn't
half,
it?
yeah.
I mean, how that didn't crush your spirits is important. I can't even imagine living like that and being as happy and joyous as you sounded on the ride every single day. So that's a massive credit to you, how you stayed professional in your job.
That's a point. I'm still a professional, and I just had to keep this out of the ride because none of my guests was guilty for what I was going through. I mean, the decision was mine to make if I wanted to live in there or not. And I said, okay, I'm gonna take this, and it really got to me from time to time. So there were, in the morning before we opened, sometime I was in a really, really bad mood, but in the end, I just had to tell myself every day, it's not about you, it's about your guests, and you are professional enough to give every single one of them a good ride and a good experience. And the first 2 or 3 rides, you're just waiting like half an hour. So when we open at 10 a.m., it's like until noon you have 4 or 5
Yeah.
cycles that you actually will have. There's not much folks going around, but people start to smile. They at least when they come down from the 85-meter drop, they have a big smile in their face, and that's what I do it for, and that's what cheers me up when I see other people laughing. And it was so easy to get into the ride mood to do this.
Yeah, you making other people happy obviously lifted your spirits, and I'm one of those victims. And when I come down, I was smiling. I don't know if it was, I don't know why I was smiling, because I was scared shitless. But I was probably smiling because it was over. The experience was over. But now I know that you're capable of bringing us down and taking us up for another drop, like you did with Daz. So next time, I don't know if I'm going to be smiling when I'm coming down the first time, because I'm going to be unsure if I'm going back up or not.
You actually will smile anyways, because it's the adrenaline
Yeah,
going through
true.
your body, actually, which just forces you, when it actually when the adrenaline level comes down, you will feel that feeling of relief, actually, which
Yeah,
makes people smile automatically. So this is a process that you actually can't stop if you're not aware of the process happening at all. So most of the people will have a big smile in their face, but that's one thing. But seeing and hearing you talking about this experience over and over and over again just meant that you had an experience on a whole other level, and
yeah,
that's where
absolutely.
it really makes the difference. A ride can be good. That a ride is good when you come down and say it was worth the 8 quid. But if you talk about this months later, perhaps even years later, then it was a once in your lifetime experience that will just make you smile every time you think about it. And the whole YouTube was smiling together with you, because it was so brilliant to have this on a video and just have it on the internet for a lifetime now.
Yeah.
It cheers me up. I often watch this video if I need a cheer up. Then I watch this one.
That's
It's
brilliant.
brilliant.
Yeah, that video's on 30,000 views, so a lot of people got to experience that with me, which is really good. Did you watch the whole vlog, Johnny, or did you just go to the hangover bit? Did you watch that?
The first time when I watched it, I was just scrolling through to get the hangover part.
Yeah,
But I watched every single block to the fullest, because that is also a part of credit I want to give people. I mean, you put up
awesome.
some really awesome work there, and if people do that, also for us ride owners or ride ops, I mean, you are creating advertisement for
Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
We have
Yeah,
to say that you are making advertisements for our rides. And I think every ride owner and every ride up owes it to you guys to watch your videos, not only the part where they are in, but the whole one. And it was from the start actually really, really nicely done until you even arrived in Winter Wonderland. I loved it.
that was brilliant. Thank you so much for that awesome feedback. I do try. I do put a lot of work into the vlogs,
Mhm.
which you can see. So, Johnny, away from the hangover, then, what other rides do you kind of enjoy? I know you're quite a big roller coaster enthusiast, aren't you?
I am.
You do.
That's why I own season passes for Phantasialand and Europa Park in Germany, because I'm a really, really massive fan of roller coaster. My favorite one is Taron from the Phantasialand, just because it has 2 speed ups.
Yeah.
So it's so awesome. And I'm a theme park enthusiast more than a fun fair enthusiast, because the theme parks just have all the like I said, the decoration and
Theming,
the
isn't it? Yeah,
people there,
theming.
the themes, and that's what I really, really love. Fun fairs are often very crowded and loud and
Yeah.
unorganized in many ways.
Yeah.
So I like theme parks more about more over than fun fairs, actually.
But the thing you don't get with the theme parks is you don't get yourself. You don't get that interaction with the ride op.
Yeah.
Most ride operators at theme parks are just teenagers after a job. They don't really care, but they haven't really got an affiliation with the ride. With
Mhm.
you, the fun fairs. The reason I love fun fairs, it's the interaction you get. They really, really appreciate you at fun fairs because you know you're their livelihood, aren't you? You come into the fair, you paying to get on rides. You're the livelihood. If they don't have you, they can't survive on like multi-million-pound fun fairs.
True.
So,
True.
and there's not a ride op like you out there. Not at theme parks, not at fairs. And I can't imagine you on any other ride. That the Hangover and you're like a marriage made in heaven, aren't you? I couldn't
Well,
imagine you just doing a waltzer or something because you can't really scare people on a waltzer. Or
I can. Believe me.
really, I'd love to see
Believe me,
that.
I can. I can
So,
make this happen on any ride, actually.
oh wow, that's awesome to hear. That is.
But
Um,
Hangover is definitely the master of its class because there is not much going on. I don't know if you have seen the video of Daz doing the interview with me where I explained what buttons I can press. I mean, I had 4 buttons,
yeah,
not more and not less, to press to get the machine working. And that's what I love about this ride. From a technical aspect, there is not much to do.
no,
You set people up, you drop them, and that's it. If you want to make an experience with a free fall tower, it comes back to the psychologic knowledge of the ride operator.
absolutely. And the control panel was quite bare bones. I noticed that when I saw the video Daz did with you.
It is.
There's not much to it. I've seen more complex controls on like a jump and smile ride or a twister. Or there's only a few buttons. That has really shocked me. And hopefully, next time I see you, I can come in and have a look myself and
Yeah, sure.
film you doing it all. That'd be awesome. I'd love to do that.
Oh, I will film you while you operate it.
me operate it.
Yeah, it's basically very easy. The thing is, many people wanted to have a go on the operators panel, and Winter Wonderland policy actually doesn't allow that. People
They're very strict, aren't they?
They are very strict. Well, they are strict when it comes to paper and write it on. But when I was like in the 4th or 5th week, when I was walking around during my breaks and checking out on the other rides, it just looked like nobody would really care about the guidelines that Winter Wonderland put on every single paper they gave you, like the instructions for morning routines and evening whatever. And then I talked to park management about this, and they said, well, we are just putting this in so we are safe. Nobody can come to us or sue us for anything because we just said we just prohibit everything. So if you do it, it's your fault. And that is completely up to you. And I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me earlier? And that's where one time where like 6 or 7 teenagers came onto the tower. One of them wanted to get out really, really badly. We didn't even start, and he completely freaked out. So we let him out, and all the other 5 were laughing at him. And I said, "Hey, Junior, come up here. It's time to take revenge on your friends.
Oh wow!
You will be pushing the buttons, not me." And the whole scene changed immediately.
That is amazing, Johnny.
There was such a quiet on the gondola. The laughter stopped immediately, and the young fella came up to the operator's box where I explained to him what he has to do, and then we took revenge on his friends, and he left as a hero. And I also told him, being aware of what you can do and what you can't do is strength. So don't let these pricks up there tell you that you're weak. Just don't. And that's very important for me. And we did that several times during Winter Wonderland.
Well,
having
I'm operating it
children
next time.
taking revenge. Yes, you can.
I'm definitely operating it, and I'm going to film it. So look out for that video. That's going to be awesome. Because hopefully we can get Johnny on it with me as well. I like a ride with you, Johnny. I missed out last time because obviously I was the first one, the vlog you saw, so everyone else kind of benefited off my vlog and got all this interaction with you. I was secretly really upset about it because I was like, oh no, look, I'm the one who put that video out, and now everyone's benefiting off it. But it's always next year or this year. We'll see.
Be my guest, Dave. Be my guest whenever you want to, and we will take as many rides together as you want. Since I'm used to it now, and I love it.
Do it, yeah.
I love it.
Awesome,
I love it.
Awesome.
I will actually ride this the whole day long now. It's
fantastic.
I really started to enjoy it so much.
Good. What was I going to say? One thing, when you got that lad in to push the button, you didn't say "prepare to die," did you? Because I know you can't say that anymore.
Well, I said it many times already that well, we had there have been many days where somebody from park management came either up to the visitors platform or to the operator's box and say, you're too loud, music too loud, microphone is too loud, the queues are too long, you can't do the full rides anymore because people are not allowed to queue up in front of the rides and block the passageways. They were very concerned about this, but usually on Saturday evenings there was no way you could move anyways. So that was a little upsetting. But the time where I had Daz on the ride and I shouted out "Prepare to die," it was like 25 minutes later where the park manager Susie came up to the operator's box, and she just told me, look, you know that we are granting you many advantages that you actually do not even have because you are absolutely too loud with the music, too loud with the microphones. You put people through hell and back, and we are really not agreeing with the way you do it, but we will accept it since you are the number one ride, you're the main attraction and since you are just the magnet for people, we grant you these things, but if you just say one more time to my guests that they have to prepare to die, she will personally drag me out of Winter Wonderland, take my worker's badge, and not let me in anymore.
You're not allowed to say that anymore.
Absolutely not. It's actually really sad because Prepare to Die, Fly is really a really tough one actually, but
it sounds the same anyway, doesn't it? Fly or die. It sounds very similar. So
yeah, that's why I brought it up actually, so I could correct myself and say, oh no, I meant say fly, not die. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake.
But the word is already in the ear, you know, and going through the whole body. I mean, this word, when you suck it in, it's like die. Oh my God! It starts in the head, goes down to the heart, goes through your legs into the feet, and then back up again, and it will just frighten you. But yeah, she told me never again, and well, we were happy with the other privileges we had, so we were not going to take this any further.
Right, I think Simon's trying to get in. Is he in? I'm just trying to get Simon in. He's online, but I can't get him in. Also, I know you mentioned before about the lights. You have to have the lights on all the time, didn't you, at Winter Wonderland? The lights in the contract, the lights have to stay on.
For us, For us, it was like this. I don't know about the other rides, but we had to have them on at all times, so people could also see that it's open.
Yeah, because you can see it for miles. The Hangover, it is like you said, it is the main draw of Winter Wonderland. It's the most prestige ride there. So
It was. Yeah.
You have to be able to see it. Right, Johnny,
There was one day where we actually had an outage of our power generator, and I was just coming back from pause, and I was at the Marble Arch entrance,
Yep.
I just walked up to the Marble Arch entrance, and then I saw that there was no lights on the tower. I grabbed my phone and I said, "It's the generator, is it?" And Ewald said, "Yeah, we have a power outage." That was really frightening because you could see it. Something is not okay when Hangover had no lights on.
Absolutely. What happens? Have you ever had that when the ride was in motion? Was there a safety mechanism where it would just come down on its own? It wouldn't just free fall.
When the generator stops?
Have you ever had a generator problem while the ride was in motion? Say people were at the top and the generator cut out. What would happen?
Yeah. It basically just stops.
It just stops.
There is nothing happening because to drop the gondola, the tower needs power.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's the gondola is attached to the catch car, which is dragging it up and just letting it fall. And for that process, it needs power. When the security bars don't have any power, they can't move at all. And when a gondola is like 2 meters above the ground, the electric slides where the gondola takes its power from, for the security bars, they stop there. So when you're 2 meters above the ground, there is no way you can open the security bars anymore. So I try to figure out so many ways of getting people into trouble on this ride, but every scenario was like, in the end, it's so well thought through. Also, the brakes, they're just magnets. They will always work. No matter what happens at whatever time, the brake will work. You will safely come down when it drops you. But we had it that when it went up with full speed after 40 meters, it really speeds up very, very fast to go up to the top. And the generator just stopped there. And the small jump you do then, that is scary. That is scary because it just stops all of a sudden.
So everything you can't actually use the ride to scare people. All the scare tactics come in with your voice. It's your personality, isn't it?
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
Welcome to the chat, Simon. Simon's in, by the way, Johnny. Hey, how are you,
Hello,
Simon?
Johnny.
Hi, Si.
How are you doing? Sorry, I'm late. I know, but I had to go and check on my grandmother. She's not feeling very well.
It's not COVID-19, Si.
No, it's not COVID-19. She's got a rash because she's it's to do with her leg. To do with her new tablet she's put on. She's got a bit of a rash.
Ah, bless her. So you've gone to see her, make sure she's all right.
I had to poke my head in the window because I'm not allowed in there.
No.
And just make sure she was all right. She's feeling tired and that. She's 87. She's pretty good.
She's doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. But she's fine. And I'm very sorry, boys. I missed after chat. And it's great.
No worries.
Great to speak to you.
We've just been chatting about Hangover, haven't we, really, Johnny? About that day, Si. That day where he shit me up.
Oh, that was fantastic. And that was, that was so good. I mean, he was actually more scared the second time round when you were controlling it than the year before. I thought Dave was going to actually, I thought he was going to have a full-on panic attack and pass out. It was brilliant.
We've spoken about that, Johnny, haven't we?
We did.
We spoke about that, Si, about the psychological aspect of it. Johnny just made it so much more scary the second time around because, in theory, the second time should be better. But no.
Not with me.
Not with Johnny at the controls.
But, Johnny, you did a fantastic job there. I'll give you 10 out of 10 for that.
Thank you so much.
Dave. And hopefully, if it's back this year, you can actually make him completely pass out. That would be awesome.
I'll try my best.
I know I'm getting at least 10 minutes up there. He's basically already told me I'm getting at least 10 minutes at the top of the tower.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
I think I would go into full blown panic attack mode though. That's the trouble.
Yeah. But it would make good for film, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, and when it drops, you wake up anyway, so it's perfect. Nobody will notice.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I don't know. Dave probably won't wake up. He'll probably just be passed out all the way to the bottom, and then we'll have to call an ambulance.
Did you So what was mine the first vlog you saw, Johnny, of the ride that last year?
Yours was the first one that I found when I typed in Hangover Winter Wonderland. Then your one came up, and also the picture you put on the second one from this year was so hilarious. To start with the picture of yourself from last year, you know that.
Yes, that's right.
That was
Free
so brilliant.
Free falling.
Oh, with the song, yeah, free falling, wasn't it?
Did you recognise us straight away, Johnny, from the video? You knew you
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, they're the boys who did it yesterday or whenever it was. A couple of days it took to get up.
It was like 5 days later or so. When you put it out, and it was just one night after 10 p.m. I was so hyped. I guess it was a Saturday. I was so hyped because we had massive party with the people until we closed that evening, and I was really, really thrilled and hyped myself because it was such a wonderful night. And even I have to calm down after my trip. I mean, my husband would kill me if I behaved like that at home when like I do on the Fun Fest. But I was just lying in my bed and was. Did people actually upload videos of this? And I went to YouTube, typed in Winter Wonderland 2019, and then I found some stuff, and I was like, wait, before I watch that, let's see if there is hangover material. And then your video came up because of the comments.
That's right, yeah.
Because of the comments, it found it because the 2-hour video that you put in is
I know, 2 hours. It's such a long video.
Yeah.
But it's probably the best I've ever done. I think that is my favourite vlog, personally.
It is mine too. You get a 10 out of 10 for this one. It's the top one on my favorite watch list ever. And whenever I need to cheer up, I watch this one. Because also with your sidekick, it was absolutely brilliant how he enjoyed
he loves it,
your suffer. You know, it was so hilarious to see somebody enjoy your pain to the fullest, like Sai did. Congratulations on that one. You are worse than I am, just to say.
I've seen the video of you on it, Johnny. Actually, to be honest, you don't like it very much, do you?
I love it now. I started riding it every single day after I went on it with Das, and I can tell you, I love this tower now. But to me, it's a little bit different because I just know every movement it does, so I'm always fully prepared of when it's gonna happen, compared to the people that ride it one time during Winter Wonderland and go off.
Yeah, you know it inside out. It's your baby, isn't it? So you know everything about it. I'm dreading it. I'm dreading the next time. I don't know what you've got planned for me, Johnny, but I've got a feeling it's not very nice.
Oh, it will be, actually. It will be very, very nice. But yeah, the plan is already made, and I already need permission to do it, which is very, very important for me to always act in the consent of the ride owner. That is very, very important for me. So nothing I did on the ride was not approved by Mr. Schneider. Just to say.
Absolutely, yeah. I just want to. Before we get into it, I just want to apologise for telling you to shut the fuck up. So please don't go too hard on me, Johnny. I didn't mean those words.
Well, I will go hard on you, not because of what you said on the tower. I'm perfectly fine with that. But with the quiz you did like 3 days ago, you really wound me up, and I'm going to take my personal revenge on you because of this one.
What was your score, Johnny, on the quiz?
6 out of 25.
I expected better from you, I got to be honest.
Yeah, me too. That's why I felt so bad after that one.
We'll have to do another one just based on the hangover. I'm sure you'd ace it.
Yeah, you should get every single point on that one. Let's do the hangover quiz. Yeah.
So, Johnny, I suppose these vlogs, they open up a whole trap door, didn't they, into the world of YouTube vloggers and community. Obviously, you found mine, and then that it escalated to finding other people's, and now you're a big staple in the community with myself, Daz. I know you know a lot of the other vloggers now. So, so yeah, what's your opinion on the vlogging community as a whole and YouTube? We seem to be like a little family, don't we? Everyone knows each other, Everyone supports each other. Everyone's desperate to get you on there for content. So, how have you found it, or the community?
For me, it was very, very nice to see. What you say about family and friendship is that some of the vloggers that came multiple times always had some other vloggers with them. So
Yep.
the setup of the people always changed, and
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that you are exchanging so much, because when I saw this first, I was asking myself, is everybody just doing his own bit of this, or are they actually working together in some form? And I saw you do, and that really really impressed me, because most of you do about the same. In theory, it's fun fair vlog, and instead of every single one having their own share of the community, you are just part of a community which is
Yeah.
all together, which I really, really like. And being a part of that from the opposed side, let's say, as a ride operator, is an honor for me, actually, because I would
Fantastic.
never ever have thought that there was the need actually for that. I never got the feeling that people want to talk to us or want to see us, which completely changed during Winter Wonderland. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic how many people contacted us, said, "Hey, could we talk to you? Could we do this? Could we do that?" And I really, really love it. What I still don't understand, though, is why you crazy people pay for the rides.
We
That
have
is,
to most of the time, don't we? Sorry, I mean, where we vlog our local fun fairs, they're normally pretty good. We normally get a lot of freebies, but we never ask, Johnny. We always expect to pay because it's a livelihood, and it's a struggling showmen are struggling. It's just, it's a hard way of life at the moment for them, with so many problems, especially with the weather and now the virus. So they do need every penny they can get, and we always offer to pay. We never ever expect anything, do we, Si?
No, not at all. But
But when you do get it, it's nice, because it is a very expensive hobby, Johnny, as you probably know, traveling around in London. That London trip is very expensive, with the travel, the rides, the underground costs. So any savings very much appreciated.
but the thing is, I understand your point of view when you say we really want to support these guys, because right now also they need every single penny. But you seem to forget that what we get out of your videos, the massive advertisement you do for us, is worth much more than those 2 tokens, by the way. So
There
it's,
it is.
yeah, I mean, what you do is you show us from the best side you can, from your point of view. You tell people what you think of the rides. Sometimes when it comes back to me, you even have a word about the ride operator. You are creating massive advertisement. You are creating followers, people that like us just because of the videos you do. And I think you underestimate your own work that you do here, and that is okay to be honored. I was talking to several of the ride owners on Winter Wonderland when we had the morning the breakfast together one day with all of the ride owners and ride operators. And I was asking some of them how they treat you actually. What are their expectations when they have vloggers on their rides?
Yeah.
And basically everyone said, yeah, well, the problem for us is we don't even see them sneak on the ride, even during busy times. You don't even know they are there. But of
No.
course, we would let them on for free. And every single one was actually totally fine with the idea of having you guys come up with like a business card with your YouTube channel on, or wherever you are advertising, or putting online your stuff, just show these people. They will gladly give you the 2 tokens. And when you film that, you don't own you do not only have to say 2 tokens by yourself, but every single one of those would have a token in the right hand, a token in the left hand, show it on the camera and say 2 tokens.
2 tokens. I love it.
Everybody would agree on that if you just reveal yourself. And that is not only for your vlog. That is valid for every single one. So whenever I am operating a ride and you are creating online content with the ride I'm operating, then you will go on for free every single fucking time you go on there.
That's brilliant. So do they know us in the pay box? They should know us then, hopefully.
Yeah,
that's where you pay, isn't it?
That's the problem. Usually I tell people reveal yourself at the pay box, and we are at Hangover. We were working with radios. So whenever there was a question that the pay box had to ask the manager or the manager in duty, which was me, when Evil Schneider was not around, they just sent me a message on the radio, and I just told them how to react or respond. So we are in contact with each other. I know it's not the case in every ride, but if you're going to the Hangover Paybox, say, hey, I have a YouTube video, can I get on? After your video, after I saw your video, I instructed our people at the pay boxes, which is the lovely lady, Gina and her husband, to let you on for free.
Oh wow, that's brilliant!
If you would just reveal yourself, they just don't know, or they don't look at this, because from the paybox point of view, you just don't see this when there's many people around. You're just busy giving out a token and taking the money or paying the card. They don't pay attention to that. But if you reveal yourself, hey, say I'm Dave. I do Slothy Vlogs YouTube channel. Do you think we could get on for free? We are creating some online footage for you. They were instructed to say, here, have as many as you want.
Have 2 tokens.
Have 2 tokens. Yes.
That would have been great. Have as many as you want. Poor old Dave.
No. The thing is, I'd feel so bad saying that, because it'd feel like I'm begging to get on, asking to go on for free. And just because I carry around a camera, I don't think that entitles me to free rides.
Makes me feel like Kristen.
When you say that, Dave, it only means that you underestimate your own work. You put down when you say I feel like begging when I do that, and on the other hand, it just means you don't think your work is worth that. And it is. It freaking is. If I can just tell you one thing, you are creating content for people, you're cheering up people, you're inspiring people, and you're creating advertisement for the ride owners. You deserve to have this. Every single one of you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I really do. You brought a tear to my eye there, Johnny, with that.
Well, that makes me
take this with you.
Good. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
Oh, you've gone quiet. I say, comes with an idea, maybe get a jacket or something with the logo on it, Dave, like Slothy Vlogs. Look, we wear.
I think the card thing sounds good. What Johnny suggested, just because people are so busy. If you just slip them a card, they can then after the shift go and maybe check out the videos. But we're quite lucky because a lot of our actual local fairs around here know us anyway, don't they? So we've over 3 years we've built up a fantastic relationship with showmen across the country, and that's really good. But yeah, there's always some we come across that don't know our stuff, so I could see a card working. It sounds like a good idea.
Don't like, maybe don't. Some of them don't like.
No, we're not everyone's cup of tea, Johnny.
also size idea with a t-shirt or a jacket or whatever is absolutely fine for me. But all the ride owners had come to the same consent. Reveal yourself to us, and we are going to let you on for free. There is nothing about this, because I always have at least 1 person that paid for the ride on the 24 seats of my Hangover Tower. And
gonna
if
go up
only
anyway.
one pays, it's going to go up anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah,
So
that makes sense.
And usually I see the vloggers lighting is better, I guess, to make good footage. So when you were on the tower, I think it was like 11 guests sitting on the tower. We have been 11. It wasn't full at all. It wouldn't have made any difference for me to get you on for free, because in the end I was the one feeling bad, because you got on the ride, you created massive content and massive advertisement for me and my ride, and then you snuck off, didn't show up again, and I couldn't say thank you to you, you know, and seeing you putting yourself in the position of well, I don't deserve this, or I don't think I can ask for this, it makes me feel sad, because you should know the worth of your work, and it is worth the 2 tokens.
I love it. I love it.
It's always worth 2 tokens. So yeah, love it.
We should have waited around and said hello, but we know you're a busy man, and we don't ever want to be a nuisance to people, do we, Si?
And to be honest, every time Dave gets near the Hangover Tower, there's a funny smell, and I'm not sure.
I might have left something on your platform, Johnny.
It's okay. It's okay. I have workers for this. I don't have to take care of this myself.
I was so scared. I just had to run off that platform before you decided to send us up again. Like, get me off. I'm going. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but the thing is, every single vlogger acted the same way. Sneak onto the ride, create your video, and get off not being seen. What the fuck? I was glad when I could convince Daz and John Horseman to stay up on the stage and say, "Hi guys." And I don't know if you saw in the video, I gave them back the 8 quid, of course, and you would have gotten them as well. Nice. I mean, it makes me sad. It makes me sad when people pay for my ride, create advertisement at its best, and you did it at your best, and then just
vanished.
Leave.
Snuck off into the night.
It makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me that you are creating advertisements for us and not getting anything out of this. It's not right.
It was hard looking at Daz's video when he filmed the pay box with you and the interview. I was like, oh, it should have been us. Wasn't it, Si? That was hard.
Yeah, you was quite upset, weren't you, Dave? You saw, oh God.
I kind of wish it was me who got that exclusive footage, but you know, Dan's done well. It's a great video. I'm extremely jealous of it. So Daz will be happy with that one. He got one over on me there. But next time, Johnny, I'm coming in. I'm gonna see you, and we're gonna have a chat, and I'm gonna operate the ride. And so are you, Si? Johnny said we can operate it.
Yeah, I mean, Evold Schneider will be around as well, anyways.
Yeah.
Controlling it, so we get everybody up there.
And how is at the moment? I know we're going through this ridiculous virus, horrible thing. I'm not going to rant.
Si's rant of the week.
Rant of the week. What is the likelihood of Winter Wonderland happening? I know they've not sent out contracts yet, have they?
They haven't, and they should already be out for the rides that they really want to have back. It was actually already spoken about in November. We had the first chat with 2 people from park management who were asking, would you be willing to come again next year? I guess Olympia Looping was asked. They had the Ice Mountain ride, which was the same spinning coaster as another one, standing freely out on the ground, which I totally didn't understand. And us, if we wanted to come back, and we should already have the contracts anyways. The others get them until like June. But the thing is, with every day that passes where Mr. Schneider doesn't get any info about is it going to happen or is it not, The
No.
likelihood of us going over is getting smaller each day, because
Scary.
the work that you put in to get everything organized, and all these transports from Germany to London, that's a really big deal, actually. And
Absolutely,
Mr. Schneider
yeah.
is planning this months before it happens, and it might really be, and this is really hurting my heart so much, that even if Winter Wonderland is happening, if they announce it too late, that we won't be there.
It won't be the same. You are the staple ride, aren't you? You are the highlight of that attraction for me. Even though
it's my favorite. It's my favorite ride on Winter Wonderland, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Well, I have realized that we have set a tone with that tower. Yeah, that is
absolutely.
I realized that. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing like it in this country. There's not actually a travelling drop tower in the country. Full stop. A transportable tower.
There was.
Is it Miller's Big Ben?
Power Tower, the first one.
Power Tower. Yeah.
Yep. But that didn't last long in the season. It sort of stopped after, I think it done the whole fair and then kept breaking down, and then they decided not to bother with it.
Who made that, Si? Was it not a fun time?
No, Schneider's originally, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? I don't know. I have a clue. Johnny will know more than we do.
That's actually that was their first tower.
Oh, was it?
Power Tower 2 was Ewald Schneider's tower, but that one is in Saudi Arabia now.
Oh, is it? Who manufactured that?
It was Fun Time.
It was a fun time as well.
I hope I'm not mistaken here, but I'm really.
Where's George Colby? What's his name? George.
Yeah, George Cobley wouldn't know that. Wouldn't know that by heart. But no. Power Tower 2 is a fun time ride. It's a fun time ride. It is.
And that actually segues that segues, Johnny, perfectly into the next question, and that is how long the Hangover gets, how long it takes to get built up, pulled down, and how many lorries transport it. Just a little bit about the old process of building up, taking down. I know you didn't actually do that side of it, do you? You're just the you're the man behind the microphone. You don't get your hands dirty.
Exactly. It's really the best part about my job, that I usually don't have to get my hands dirty. At least that's what people believe, because I clean my operator's box, I clean the handrails, if there's anything to repair, I repair it. I just say that I'm only the ride operator, but during maintenance times, I am on the ride the whole time long, watching is everything right. Can I support my workers in anything they do, because they have a process to do, and I don't want them to bother with picking up chewing gum from the stage. That's something I can do as well, and I don't feel too good for that. So that's things that I do myself, because I want a clean stage, and if I want a clean stage, I can clean it myself if I don't like it. So there's a lot of work that I do as well during the maintenance. In terms of building it up and breaking it down, usually when you just have the ride for itself, it's on 6 lorries.
6, yeah.
That we have to transport. Then we have the 2 cubes actually that we bring with us. One is the office box for Mr. Schneider. That he where he has his office in, and the kitchen where we can cook something, and then the team cabin where the toilet is in, a small kitchen as well, the table where they can sit down and relax, and also one room with the bed where you can rest a little bit when you have been on your feet all day, and the generator. So that's like 6 lorries for the ride and 3 other lorries for the rest that we need.
That's a big load.
It's wrong. It's 4 because the how do they call it, Werkstatt, where they have all the tools in it and spare parts and whatever. There's another one.
Yeah. So how long does it take? What is the build up process? How long does it take roughly on an average day?
When it's not too crowded around us and we have the space to move, we need 1.5 days. to put
That's
it up
not
because
bad. That's not bad at all.
it's totally simple. The system is so well thought through. I never realized you could build up a tower from below. They are not putting tiles on top of it. They just put it under the tile, lift it up, put the next two parts on it, lift it up, and put it up this way. I would have thought you need like a very, very big crane.
Yeah.
Put it up like this, which is totally wrong. Not even halfway this way. It's just built. You just take two parts together.
Yep.
Then you assemble that one. Then you can lift it up in a special constructed cage
to go from the bottom.
Gear it up. Then you open it again with two doors. Then you put on the next two tiles, assemble them, and lift it up again. And that is a very easy process. The longest time it really needs is to make it sure that it stands even.
Yeah, because you said
completely flat level.
It won't send otherwise, will it? If it's completely off center, it won't send at all. It won't
Not
ride.
at all. You can't move it. If there's like, if the difference is 1.5 degree.
Yeah.
On one of the on one of the stands, you can't move the freaking ride.
Unbelievable. That's safety right there, isn't it?
The leaning tower of pizza, wouldn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be dead straight, which is incredible.
Yeah.
It has to be straight, and it can actually level itself out by itself. It can do this by itself.
Wow.
So you don't have to be concerned about how many inches do I have to move this one, how many this, and then you say, oh, over there we did too much. It does it by itself.
So it's got sensors on it.
It has a huge amount of sensors installed. It's really crazy when you see the operator's panel. You think, Jesus Christ! I mean, I could build this. I could make that with Lego Technic. You know, I could do this myself. But in terms of the surveillance of everything is under control with sensors and the sensor controlling the sensor, which is absolutely genius. That's to me when I got the instruction about this from Mr. Schneider himself, I was so impressed. I was so massively impressed.
It's such an advanced piece of
kit.
That's
a hell of a bit of technology, isn't it? That is right there. That's amazing.
That's what I say. It's a masterpiece of technology. It really is, and that's why I feel safe. Right? If it wouldn't be like that, I would never ever go on.
So, well, I would, but you know, I'm just stupid. But
you'll go anything. Yeah. I will do it next time. I've got no choice, Johnny, have I? I'm riding it no matter what.
I can't force you, but when the security bars are closed, they're closed. So, there is room for you to decide.
And Dave's one will have a special padlock on it, so we can't get out. So that'd be great.
Just don't go adding tilting seats anytime soon, like that other one. The what's the other tower?
There will never be tilting seats on Hangover Tower. Hangover will not get any more modifications. That is just not possible. The TV, the German security company that is checking the rights for everyone in Germany and Switzerland, it doesn't allow the manual doesn't allow any other modifications on this tower. So if we want tilting seats, we would have to come up with a new version of Hangover 2 or something like that.
And what do you think the ride costs new? Do you have any idea?
I guess it was like 15 million.
Jesus Christ.
What's that, euro?
That is that's in euros, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That is incredible. But
it's really, really expensive. I think it was 15 million. I would have to ask Evil again if you really want to have the correct number, but I guess
but it's in that ballpark. Should we say it's not a cheap ride, is it? It's
wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm mistaken.
Oh.
It was 3 million.
Oh, 3 million.
3 million. Excuse me. The whole everything they have is worth 15 million. I'm sorry for that one. because
No
the Heidi
worries.
coaster is like 5 million, and the other stuff that the family Schneider owns, everything together is 15 million.
I forgot
Hangover
they have
Tower
the
was 2.5.
they have the roller coaster, the Heidi coaster as well.
Yeah, that's new.
Oh wow! So that could be coming over as well.
They wanted to bring it this year. Yeah, they wanted to
Oh
come with
no!
Hangover and the Heidi.
Do you hear that, Si? Oh, we could have got that this year as well.
Yeah,
Oh, I hate this coronavirus. It's ruined my life.
but Evil said, if he brings Heidi, the Heidi coaster, then he would force me to come with and take care of Hangover.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, it won't be too long before we see you again, Johnny.
Well, I'm coming over anyway, so if there's any happening like Hull Fair or Goose Fair, I will definitely have a go at it, and I'm really, really longing to see as many of you as possible.
Even if I got to get you on a waltzer. That is my main goal.
Oh no.
I got to get you back for the Hangover somehow. I got to take my
No.
revenge, Johnny. You can come
Why?
on a waltzer. Come on, it'll be 4 minutes of your life.
But you wanted to go on the tower, that's a difference.
I didn't want to. Simon made me. Is a difference.
No, you did it for the channel, and I mean, I respect the decision, but it's still your decision, I still don't get the UK's obsession with waltzers anyways. That's something I just don't understand. It's like waltzers everywhere.
I don't either. I'm not a big fan, but again, Si makes me. So
yeah, for the channel, the more you suffer, the more your viewers.
Yeah,
that goes.
Simon's back.
For me,
he dropped out. Then he's back now. Hi, Si.
Hello. I don't know what happened there. When Pete Tong.
You can't rely on the internet these days. It's
you can take Si on the waltzer.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Si. When Johnny comes over, we have to get him on a waltzer. He don't want to know. He's backing out already, but we got it, haven't we?
You ain't backing out of one of them. Come on.
What are you saying, backing out? I was never in for that, so you can't say I'm backing out. I just say no and I stand with it. So
do it for the fans, Johnny. Comment below who wants to see Johnny on a waltzer with me and Si. Comment below. You can't let your fans down, Johnny.
Well, honestly, I will just say every single one of you that writes go on a waltzer with Dave will at some point sit on Hangover Tower, and don't think I wouldn't know. So just keep that in mind when you do comments.
Yeah, we got to get
Connor's safe. Didn't he go on he went on the Hangover Tower and got off after the first drop, didn't he? After the halfway mark.
Yeah, but that wasn't Johnny wasn't operating then.
Johnny wasn't operating.
Johnny don't let people off halfway, do you, Johnny?
Usually no. There is one only way you can get off after a halfway drop, and this is if you're a child.
Yes.
I'm not torturing children. If they want to get out after a 40 meters drop, they can, of course. I mean, if they start crying, and and somebody informs us that they want to get out, that's really troubling me, because parents always have to put their children in seats where I can see them from the operator's box, because they can take a good photo of them then. But in the afternoon, when we have many children on the ride, I always have to check with my workers if we have children on board that want to get out. The only thing is, when the queues are full and we're having the evening routine, as soon as the security bars are closed, they're closed. You're not getting out at all.
What happens though if I start crying? Will you let me out?
No. Not at all. Actually, if you would start crying, I would just stop the whole machine, grab my phone, take a good picture of you, a very nice close-up, post that, or make a little video, post that on my YouTube page, and then go back and restart the program so we could start a new. No, I would not let you out. No.
Okay. So the waterworks won't work. Noted.
Well, there was close to a lot of waterworks the last time we went on.
I can't explain what went through my head. I'm not a big swearer normally, and on that ride, the swear words I was coming out with. It's like shocking.
After seeing that video, it's hard to believe. You know.
I know. F-bomb after F-bomb. I tried to bleep a few out, but there's so many I'll just give up in the end.
Well, if you come here, don't ride this. It's not worth it.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Don't do it. But the thing is, the more you say don't do it, the more people want to do it. That's why I always say don't do it. Run away as long as you can. No, don't run away. It's hilarious.
Oh, it is. And I just want to thank you personally, Johnny, for really not only making my day, but making that video what it was. So thank you. You were brilliant. Absolutely
the
brilliant.
Highlight of my day.
It's
the highlight of my day.
It is the best video of the year, if not of the century for me.
There you go, guys. You have to go and check it out now. I'll link it below. Go and check it out. We've done well over an hour, Johnny, so I'll let you go now. You're a busy chap.
I have time. I have time. You don't.
Is there anything else? Sorry, you want to talk to Johnny about? I've gone through all my questions now, so.
Well, I've missed half of it, so I don't want to repeat what you've said.
No, well, we don't really know what rides you've operated in the past, Johnny, do we? We know you've done the Calypso ride.
The Calypso, Swing Up, how was it called? Monster. We just have names for rides. I guess Monster, you don't really know. It's an XXL actually. It's just an XXL version, but that's even worse. It's 3 buttons instead of 4. So
no.
Yeah,
it's really depressing actually doing that.
These modern rides are so complex, aren't they? And simple to operate. It's just a couple of buttons, isn't it?
I think the newer the rides get, the lesser buttons they have. Which I like totally. Still there's a top scan on my wish list. I haven't ever had the opportunity to operate a top scan, which I really, really want to.
I can imagine you running one of them actually, and everyone passing out. That would be just awesome.
Yeah, you'd run it at full speed, wouldn't you, Johnny? I could imagine you just literally ramping it up.
The thing is, a top scan can do absolutely nice movements. You can make this machine dance in a way. It really looks captivating. Just going full speed is one thing. Making it move in an elegant way and make the ride enjoyable, even if it's 7 minutes long, that is something that I have seen only once in Switzerland by when Top Scan belonged to a friend of mine. And the ride operator he had was a real pro at moving this machine, and all these nice movements he did with it was absolutely hilarious. You can go full speed and make people dizzy and pass out, but there's much more to that machine that you can actually do, and most people don't know that.
I do think off-ride top scans are one of the most beautiful rides to look at. Like you said, when it's flowing beautifully, it's, all the lights flashing and the seats tilting. It's something else. They are beautiful rides to look at. Also, like the Huss Magics. Do you remember when Circus come years before, Johnny? That is one of the best looking rides I've ever seen. I love that thing. I know Si, it's not fast enough for Si.
No, I didn't find it fast enough for me. But I mean, it's a family ride, really, isn't it?
What's a Huss?
It is a Huss ride, and it's one of the biggest masterpieces they ever made. It looks so brilliant. We had one like back in the 90s in Switzerland, which was just called Magic, and unfortunately it got sold, I think, to France. It went back in that time. The owner exchanged it for a what was it? A top spin. Small top spin, like a really small, a handbag version of a top spin. Yeah. And I was so frustrated because that back then was the most amazing ride. Also, the lighting, the facade, it was just brilliant.
The old facade.
I've only ever been on one top spin, and that's the one at Chesington. I've never been on a travelling top spin. I know
we have one local to us, what used to travel our area. It was a small one, and it was the seats were back to back. They weren't like 2 rows. It was one facing forward, one facing back. So
Is
it's
it
quite
Huss?
a
Was it?
small-
Yeah.
There's
I
one in
don't know.
Phantasialand that is called Talocon. That is
Yes,
exactly
with the
that.
flames, with the fire effect, and
Yes.
that
Yes.
looks so intense.
Yeah,
That
it
looks-
is. It is, but it's horrible to ride it. It's really the whole scenery is really, really good. The theme is very good. Everything is fine. The music is good. The commenting of the African voice is brilliant. But to ride it, it's absolutely disgusting. I was on there in October when we last were in Phantasialand last year, and I do it because I do every ride in Phantasialand, but it's horrible to ride it. The experience is not a good one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Johnny admitted earlier he is a bit of a theme park fanny, as Si calls it, aren't you, Johnny?
Totally.
You're a theme park enthusiast.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Si does not approve.
I don't approve. I just find theme park rides, they don't run them as they should. I've never been to an amusement park.
No, not in this country anyway. Not in this
In this
country, Johnny.
They are run very, very tamely, and I don't like that.
But there's a top spin at Thorpe Park, and it's run like a juvenile ride. It's
That's in Chessington, Dave.
No, the Samurai's at Thorpe Park now, isn't it? It used to be at Chessington.
That's the top scan.
Top scan. What did I say? Top spin. Top scan. I meant top scan. Sorry. Yeah.
See, corrected.
That thing is just not run anything near to its potential.
Terrible ride.
But Johnny, have you ever thought about working a theme park, or is it restrictions?
not at
You
all.
can't really use the mic, can you, at a theme park?
I would.
No.
I would never do that. If you're just sitting on an operator's panel, I mean, everything is programmed. Every ride, every day, every week, every month, every year, it's the same. Push this button, push this button, push this button.
Yeah, very mundane and boring.
And just shut up, you know.
Every ride is the same.
Yeah, and it's just a manual cycle.
It's not even.
Yeah.
They don't even use the machines to their full potential, because if they would, too many people could get dizzy, and that gives bad reviews. So you have to, even action rides, Talocon, for example, could be much more intense. They do the least they have to, so everybody can ride it, and that is horrible. That is just really horrible. I mean, I was very limited also with Hangover. I had a 40-meter stop and an 85-meter stop, but everything in between that was my decision, and all that I put into as a show. That is different. If I had to operate a freefall tower like Phantasialand has one, the Mystery Castle indoor.
That's the indoor one, isn't it?
Tower.
Yeah, I've seen that on vlogs. Yeah,
it's absolutely genius. If you want to ride it. I nearly died on that one when I got in first, because I didn't realize it was a freefall tower. Wow. And since I am absolutely afraid of darkness, I'm absolutely terrified in the dark.
Is it pitch black then? No lights at all?
Pitch black.
Wow.
First of all, you had lightings, and that's why I didn't understand why the seats were against the wall and what it was about. So I just saw it was high, and thinking about it right now, I could have come to the idea it could be a freefall tower, but I didn't. And you sit there, and then all of a sudden it's pitch black, dark, and you can't see anything anymore. And the moment you realize that it's pitch black, it just catapults you up to the top, and this is where I nearly got a heart attack. So they had to actually carry me out of this. They laid me onto a bench and tried to make sure that I could breathe normally. It really killed me. It really killed me. And when I wanted to ride it again in the afternoon, they were actually not letting me in anymore.
Wow. So I take it that was a shoot and drop tower, right?
Shot tower, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Have you ever done a reverse bungee, Johnny?
I did, but I don't remember its name. I did that in a reverse tower where you just get sped up to the ground.
Have you not done the bungee jump where you're in reverse bungee?
Oh, okay.
There's something else. I'm not a
Okay.
fan of them either. I see what I do, Johnny. I make all these stupid promises. Like at milestones, I said I'll say I do these rides. Like my 5,000 milestone was a bungee. Now 10,000, I've got to do a walk 10 times without leaving the car. I'm dreading it.
Oh my
I'm
god.
loving it. Can't
You
wait.
are putting yourself into situations where I just then do this,
I
but
know.
hey, up to you.
I regret every second of it.
Pure comedy. Dave thinks he's got out of it because of this virus situation. But trust me, I won't let him get out of it. We are doing it.
He pushes me into everything, including the Hangover Tower.
Yeah,
Actually, on the
first time-
video, I saw it in your eyes. You wanted to do it, no matter how much you say, no matter how many times you say you didn't want to do it. I saw it in your eyes. You wanted it.
I did.
Until you heard me, and then it changed.
That's it.
Yeah,
We were saying earlier, Si, about on the video, you can see me hovering around the entrance gates, and Johnny's like, "Come on, don't be shy, come on in." He could tell.
Right.
He picked me out as soon as that happened. He knew he had me in his pocket.
Yeah. You did have second thoughts, but you did it in the end.
I remember that girl. Did those girls like jump the platform, Johnny, and trying to run on, didn't they? And you were like, what?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
They were trying. Well, it's like there's that is there for a reason. You absolute idiot.
You don't.
There we go. There's my rant for the day.
It has a reason that the rope is there, you fools.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot, Johnny, or not? Do you get people just trying to cross that rope?
Well, the rope is one thing, but the people just marching up the exit, just walking onto the platform blindly, in the moment where the cabin is falling down. I mean, what the hell?
It's dangerous.
Is that just in the UK, or do you get that everywhere?
We unfortunately get it everywhere, and I told Evold that he has to make sure people can only walk out of the exit and not in. Yeah. It's just too dangerous, and people did not realize. And actually, it was not only not realizing, it was more, I don't give a fuck if it's an exit or not. I walk up there, I do my photos or videos, and I go down again. And in the end, and at some days or evenings, we had to put security there.
Wow.
We had park security on the ride telling people you can't go there. And even then, we had discussion after discussion. I could see that from my box, because they refused to go down.
People are idiots, aren't they?
Honestly, it goes to show you how some people just don't have a brain cell in their body, do they?
No.
To be doing it.
Actually, I saw that a lot. Also with people, we were asking people in the evening, please, everybody, stand in front of one of the red lines, follow the red line, do your seat, close the security bar, and then we can make this as fast as possible so everyone can ride it until 10 p.m. Yeah. And it was always some girls, or not girls, ladies actually, who thought, no, I'm actually not happy with that seat. I'll try one in the front.
Oh, God.
Then everything scatters up. They end up not being able to sit next to each other.
Wow.
One had to sit like on that side and the other on that side because, sorry, you messed up. And then they just walk back behind the rope. No, we're going to take the next ride then. And I say, Jesus fucking Christ. It can't be so hard to just follow a line on the floor. It's a rotating tower. You will see everything anyway. So what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, God. There's no best seat, is there? They're all the same. You're going to see everything.
Yeah, the thing is, people always want to sit in the front part facing the visitors platform. So their friends can take pictures of them, but you don't get up there anyways. It's crowded as fuck anyways. You don't get a photo. So what the hell is wrong? And then usually when that happens, I really picked on the girl. Said, Jesus Christ, there is just nothing that blocks the air between your two ears. Can that be? And then you see people looking up to the operator's box, but well, you can't say that. Hey, that's very rude. And then I just dropped another bomb saying, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm gay. And then the whole crowd is just exploding in laughter, and everything is fine again. But
think-
in the end, it's sometimes very, very frustrating that people just don't want to listen.
I think if you could take the piss out of yourself, Johnny, you're onto a winner, aren't you? Because they got nothing. If you can take the piss out of yourself, and you win. You win.
Well,
Definitely.
one day or one evening, somebody that stood right below me in the waiting queue was shouting at me so loudly that I could hear it inside the box, even though the music was really loud. That I'm an absolutely retarded fuckface.
It wasn't me, was it?
telling that his girlfriend is stupid. And I said, listen, buddy, I'm a fag with a lazy eye. I can pick on anyone I want. And the discussion was over. It was just
brilliant.
over. If you can pick on yourself, you can pick on everyone else. And I don't have problems making fun of myself.
No, absolutely not.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, you got a good sense of humour, and that's, I think, going back to the vlog, that's what people like about me and Si. We absolutely rip the piss out of each other. The banter is ridiculous, isn't it? We just take the piss.
It's great. And your sidekick is one of the most cruel people I have ever seen, because Si is taking advantage on every situation you put yourself into, and this is brilliant. This is
worse than you. He's worse than you, Johnny. Isn't he?
He is, absolutely. I always thought I'm the most evil creature on this planet, and then I saw the video with Si sitting next to you, and I was sure, okay, I'm actually a holy, I'm a saint. I'm a saint. Compared to them, I'm a saint.
It's got to be done. That's it. I think that's what makes the vlogs even more funny. Dave just absolutely bricking it, and me just laughing in his face. I mean, it's comedy gold.
It is comedy gold.
I'm really glad you sacrifice yourself and what you stand for just to make this happen, Si. Because I know you're not like that.
I'm not really. I have got Halo.
He's pure evil, Johnny. He's pure evil, mate.
I think he would be the best partner for me alongside operating Hangover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed.
I'm not doing it on my own. I need one of you with me. So you can't both operate it when I'm up there.
Yeah, that's true.
I need both of you next to me, actually, holding each hand.
Oh, how sweet.
Well, actually, hold your hand, Dave.
Who's going to hold the face camera? Because I need a face cam.
I love holding that cam right in your face when you're on that ride. I mean, it's just...
You could have got a better shot, though. The under the chin shot didn't do me any favours, did it, Johnny?
6 chins.
6 chins. I need to try and hold it up a bit.
I'm still thinking about what I could do with you when you're on the ride, but I have so many ideas. It's just can't decide yet.
I'm nervous.
I look forward to every single second of it.
I'm nervous already. Oh, I got a hangover. Whoa!
You made it. You did it. You survived. World's craziest ride.
That's what I wanted.
Riding with us, everybody.
Give me some hangover lingo, Johnny. Give me some hangover lingo.
This smilingo. It's a hangover lingo. Hey, let me take you on the adventure of your lifetime, making you go through hell and back, dropping from 85 meters above the ground, and scream for mommy, daddy.
I'm getting goosebumps. I love it.
It's fantastic. You're very, very, very good. Really good. You put on a hell of a show, and that really does make the ride.
I have to say, out of everything I saw so far, Hangover is the biggest love of my life. Sorry, hubby. Sorry.
Did he listen?
Yeah, he's sitting next to me. It was just like, what? No, Hangover is definitely the love of my life, because it's just freedom for me. I can do whatever I wanted. I mean, the only limitation was Susie's. You are not saying that they have to die. But everything else, Ewald Schneider just told me, you say whatever you want, whatever you do, I stand right behind you, holding your back. So
Awesome. I hope you got a pay rise after the vlog went out.
I actually didn't, because he said, "What do you make people go up twice? I'm gonna cut that off your salary." But
oh no,
no, it's just a joke. No, I got what we agreed for, and that is more than I got from other writers as well.
You
So
deserve it.
if it comes to that, I really recommend working for Mr. Schneider.
Yeah,
because with all the benefits I had, I'm lost to complain. So I would always work for him again. So really, I'm really glad he even considers to take me again to London. Anyway, so
yeah, he's got the best ride up in the world, I think, on his hands. He's
He's
a lucky man. He's a very lucky man. So that's probably it now. We've been going a long time. So I just want to personally thank you, Johnny, for coming on and everything you've done for the channel. You've elevated it. Not me, you. You've been brilliant. And
thank you.
You've got a loyal following. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for you. Yeah, he's got a bigger following than me.
Awesome. I'm here for all of you, and don't forget, 2 tokens.
Yes.
2 tokens.
So thanks so much, Johnny, and go and check that vlog out. It will be linked below. And Johnny, do you want to plug anything? What do you do? Where can people find you if they want to contact you or stalk you?
I will make sure that when I'm on the rights again, that I will always make some videos on the YouTube side, because when I made the account to actually respond to the comments, I realized I have a YouTube page myself now. So this year and every other year, when I'm on the road traveling with rides, I will always make a video informing people where you can find me. And please, and even you, no, it also valid for you, because you didn't last year, come see me.
Absolutely, I will.
If it's not too busy times, I will take the time to have a chat with you, to have a ride with you, if possible. So please get in contact. I love you so much, because I can only do this because people like you are out there who enjoy it as much as I do. And I would really thank you for that opportunity. It is an honor for me to do this for you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Johnny. And last word from Si.
Listen, I think Johnny is an absolute legend, and you know, he brings a lot of happiness and joy into people's lives, except yours, Dave. But he certainly. And I really am looking forward to meeting you properly and come and say hello and stuff. Well, but we're always there on quiet times anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
So we'll definitely have time to come and say hello, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if you can't get to Winter Wonderland, me and Dave might be able to do a little trip to Germany or something one day.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, so once again, thanks to Si, thanks for Johnny, and I hope you enjoyed this chat. It's the one I've been looking forward to the most, and you've requested the most, so give it a massive thumbs up. So from us boys, see you later, Johnny.
See you, bye.
Bye, 2 tokens.
2 tokens!
See you later, Si. Bye.
See you later, guys.
2 tokens. 2 tokens.
2 tokens.
2 tokens.